Welcome to Therapy Unplugged, the podcast where two therapists offer insights to the real-life issues we all experience. We are your hosts, Sarah Benoit and Megan McCullough. Hi, listeners. Sarah here. I just wanted to take a few moments and follow up on our last episode about toxic productivity and finding balance. One of the things that I mentioned in terms of a strategy was assessing how you define success and basically redefining that. And I want to dig a little deeper into that idea and how we might go about that. And here's why. As you may or may not know, health is very important to me. My health, the health of my family and friends, and those that I care about. And one of the things that I forgot to mention in our last episode was the deleterious health effects that can result from toxic productivity. Yes, we talked about things like anxiety and depression and not finding joy, but I think there's some other things that maybe some listeners could identify with a little more concretely. And those examples are the increased risk of heart disease, cancer, and type 2 diabetes. And granted, as we age, some of those things are more likely to happen. You may have a genetic predisposition to some of those. But the way I guess I look at it is, why not use everything in our toolbox to combat that? And if leading a more balanced life in terms of productivity is helpful, then why not give it a shot? So today I'm going to kind of give you an outline on how to assess and then reconstruct how you define success. So I'm going to look at this or approach it much like a pie chart. And I want you to think about what your pie chart looks like. And before you actually outline the pieces of your pie, I think it's important to look at, where are you currently? So here's where I would start. I would say, number one, how do you currently define success? Meaning, up until now, have you been relying on your own definition? Or are you allowing external forces to define that for you? Next, I would take stock and look at, what are the things I value? What resonates with you? What feels in alignment with your values? Whether that's activities, people, what do you enjoy? And are you feeling like your authentic self in your daily life? Or do you feel like you're more of a puppet, or you're constantly wearing a mask? So this is actually where the actual pie chart comes in. And if you're a visual person, you might actually want to draw a chart and divide it up according to how you're currently defining success. Here's the next step that I would do. I would take all the information that you've gathered through what I've mentioned so far, that process of self-inquiry. And now you get to kind of create the pie chart that aligns with your true self. So again, you want to create a pie chart of success that's filled with balance and resonates with your values and what's important to you. Someone at Johns Hopkins wrote a brief article at the beginning of this year, 2025, that includes a great visual. And I think it's a really wonderful starting point that can help you to redefine how you measure success. It has some broader categories such as experiences, the impact you want to have, relationships, financial, material, things like that. And I think it's a great starting point, because from there, you can drill down to the things that are really more specific to you personally. So if the idea of bringing your life and your relationship with productivity into a space that has more equilibrium in your life this exercise, sorry, might be a helpful place to start. I believe the more balanced our life is, the healthier we are and the more present we can be. One of the things, not just the Johns Hopkins article, but there's another article that I came across that you might find useful. So I'll be sure to include both in the notes section of the podcast. So I hope that you found this quick bonus episode helpful, informative. I hope it got you thinking. And as always, thank you for listening and be well. If you want to share your thoughts or ideas with us, you can email us at TherapyUnpluggedPodcast@proton.me. Until next time, be sure to subscribe to Therapy Unplugged on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and anywhere you get your podcasts.